Switching from a soup with the energy density of a low-calorie bagel to one closer to a potato led to a 600-calorie drop in lunch. If you could eat fewer calories without feeling hungrier, wouldn't you want to know how? Science has uncovered some powerful ways to naturally reduce your calorie intake while still feeling full and satisfied. Today, we're breaking down 5 studies that reveal 3 unique ways to do exactly that. And I give you an action plan to start applying these to your own diet. Individually, these will work okay, but when you do them together, they will truly crush your hunger. Now, let's get into it. The first method to eat less calories is to make your diet heavy. When you eat less food on a diet, if you don't replace those calories with something, you're going to be left hungry. And this massive meta-analysis of 31 studies showed that one of the biggest things to replace calories with is just weight. Researchers found that when people ate less foods with a lower energy density, they consumed fewer calories without even realizing it. Meaning, instead of just eating less calories, if you add back in the weight you took out without the calories, you won't notice. This works because your stomach has receptors around it called mechanoreceptors. And as it stretches, they activate, sending signals to your brain that make you feel full. So how big can this effect actually be? A tightly controlled study gave 27 men 5 different soups for lunch, all weighing the same but varying in calorie content. Breakfast was fixed and they could eat as much as they wanted at dinner. This setup revealed the answer to 2 important questions. How did energy density impact their lunch intake? And if they did eat less, did they make up for it at dinner? The results are pretty freaking cool. Switching from a soup with the energy density of a low-calorie bagel to one closer to a potato led to a 600-calorie drop in lunch, and they didn't make up for it at dinner. So if you want to eat less without trying, swap out calorie-dense foods for high-volume, low-calorie alternatives. This could be as simple as replacing a bagel with cream cheese with a big bowl of oatmeal topped with berries. The point is, you want your diet to be heavy, regardless of its calorie content. Let's move on to the second method to eat less calories. Not only make your diet heavy, make your diet protein heavy. This meta-analysis of nearly 70 studies confirmed that protein increases satiety during a meal. As participants added protein to their diets, they ate less. They also give a little insight in that they show that one of the reasons is that protein stimulates the release of satiety hormones in the gut, like GLP-1 and CCK, while also reducing hunger hormones like ghrelin. There are other mechanisms, but this is a good example. Bonus fact about protein is that it increases your metabolism. It has a larger thermogenic effect of food. Big word, simple to understand. You have to burn calories to digest the food you just ate. And protein has the highest cost at around 30%, compared to 0 to 3% from fat and 10% from carbs. Meaning, if you ate 600 calories from each macronutrient, you would burn 20 calories from fat, 60 calories from carbs, but a whopping 180 calories from protein. So add protein to your diet because it not only makes you feel more full, but you're going to burn more calories. It's perfect. If you thought these were cool so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. Okay, let's continue. Let's round this out with the third method to eat less calories, and that is to make your diet fiber heavy. If you took a bunch of people starting a weight loss diet and created the same calorie deficit and looked at their dietary information, can you predict which ones most likely would be successful just based on that information? This study did just that. They analyzed 345 adults on a calorie-restricted diet and asked themselves, what things on here would make me predict which ones are going to be the most successful or the least successful? They found that the biggest predictor of both adherence and weight loss was eating fiber. Why? Because fiber does a lot of shit that helps us feel better when eating less calories. Fiber doesn't just add bulk, it feeds your gut bacteria. As your gut bacteria ferment fiber, they release short-chain fatty acids like propionate, acetate, and butyrate. You absorb these fatty acids and they impact you. In fact, researchers injected one of these short-chain fatty acids, propionate, into the colons of overweight adults, which is where it would be produced. And they found that it stimulated satiety hormones, leading to a reduced calorie intake. And so if you stack this effect with the fact that fiber also provides weight for less calories, you can see why it would make such a big difference when you're in a calorie deficit. Okay, here is your action plan to start applying these to your own diet. First, replace calories with weight. You can look at nutrition labels to see how many calories something has per gram. For every calorie you remove, add back in 1 gram of weight. Do this 1 meal at a time, a couple meals a week, and your diet is going to get so much more filling. 2, get about 30% of your calories from protein. Not only do your meals become a bit more filling, but you will burn more calories during digestion. 3, Add more fiber to your diet. Add about 5 grams per week until you hit 25 to 30 grams a day. Individually, these all work, but stacking them is going to supercharge your diet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.